And we back. And we back. What's good, everybody? It is your man CJ Kyles checking in once again, back with an early morning broadcast. It is early, ladies and gentlemen. Your man's just got off work, straight off the night shift. And I felt like doing something this morning. I said, you know what? How about I do a live? I haven't done a morning live in a minute. And I think I'm gonna do that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world right now, especially this morning. You could have been anywhere in the world right now, but you are here with me, and I appreciate that. Shout out to What the Funk Is This? I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much. And I got to have you on the show, man, because we still got a debate. So, but I appreciate the support. And like I said, I'm trying not to be too loud. Um, it's early. Don't want to wake the neighbors. Girl's still sleeping. So I don't want to be too loud, but I do think we have an interesting video this morning. I have an interesting video this morning, and somebody sent this to me, and they wanted me to react to it. So they told me the premises. I didn't see the footage yet, but they told me the premises, and that's how I came up with the title. And they sent me the pictures to put together for the thumbnail. So I said, okay, it must be a good one because Kevin got his head down like that. And I'm like, okay, it must be a good one. So what I'm going to do is get that queued up right now and start reacting to it. I can't be on here too long because I do got class at 11:30 or 11 o'clock, I mean. So to it. Oh. Look, I done put myself on the screen. What am I doing? I'm not reacting to myself. Let's try that again. Okay. Let's try this again. So, single mom of two does not want to settle for her baby daddy. And I guess the baby daddy cheated before and she got pregnant again and went back to him. So we are going to get into the video right now. Fair use. Fair use.
Hey, Natasha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
32.
All right. What's the question, comment, or concern?
32. So 32, okay.
My question is basically, I am not, well, this is basically a statement first. I'm not looking for a high value man.
Oh boy.
I just never been picky. I've never.
Get my likes up, people. What are you looking for?
So I automatically think of two things when she says she doesn't want a high value man. One, she knows she doesn't qualify for the quote unquote high value man or high value man that has been defined as Kevin Samuels defines it defines it. Otherwise, she wouldn't be calling the show and saying that she doesn't want that, or she's trolling. So we're going to see which one of the two it is, but it's either one of the two.
Looking for someone that makes me happy and I can make them happy.
It's called a canine or a feline. People take work. Buy a dog.
Yo, off the gate. Off the gate on the mess, bro. I love it.
I know. I mean,
I'm asking some questions. Do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
How many?
I have 2 little girls.
Both by the same man?
Yes.
How long are you guys together?
Probably about 3 years.
Why did you guys get married?
He wants to be with me, but it was very toxic. It just didn't work out. I was really young.
You know, when it comes to this word toxic now, I think toxic is becoming one of the most overused terms in the modern era. Toxic, 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 toxic masculine, toxic relationship, toxic this, toxic that. And I just think it's become really overused, and most people don't even know what toxic really means. And it's just cool to call something toxic when people have no idea what the real meaning is. So it's just like every other chick that calls into the show, oh, it's toxic. I was in a toxic situation. I was in a toxic relationship. It's getting real old now. It's getting real old.
I was really young.
No,
When
why
I met
didn't
him.
you get married?
Why didn't?
He wanted to marry you, but you had his babies, but you didn't want to marry him.
Yes, because of
Uh-huh.
how he treated me.
Oh, you mean before?
See, this is why people think his cause is fake. Because there's no way somebody with common sense. I mean, and I appreciate her honesty. Let's just continue.
Before he shot up the club and you had his babies?
Right. Right.
See, I find it funny that you want to be somebody that's going to be so nice to you, make you happy, you make them happy, that you let a guy impregnate you twice and he wants to marry you, but yet you running out the door.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't, and that's the thing. I don't want to be with him because he doesn't make me happy.
Uh,
He does.
You know, in situations like this, I tend to ask, when does female intuition kick in? Because I hear all the time a lot of women say, oh, I have women's intuition this, women's intuition that. But it never seems to kick in when it's supposed to. Will somebody please let me know when this women's intuition is supposed to kick in? Because honestly, it never kicks in when it's supposed to. Like, does it come after the foolery? Like, let me know. Like, I'm having a hard time understanding this.
He does.
Listen. Ready? Ready? How old are you
Yes,
again?
32.
I don't give a shit if you're happy. You a mama.
Mm.
Twice. The world does not need to suffer you. You decided to lay down and have one, two different children. Happiness ain't on the menu, it's the restaurant you eating at. Duty, responsibility, and honor are. The man wants to be with you. Be happy after you do your duty.
You know what? And that is exactly why I'm not having kids, because I like being happy. I like being in the situation that I'm in. I like only having to worry about me and my lady. I don't like people be like, well, that's selfish. Yeah, I have no problem admitting I am a selfish person. I'm a giving person though. Um, I care for people. I care about people, but I come first, and the people in this house come first. And that is why, like, I'm choosing, like, because when you have a child, like, your life is not yours no more. Like, why don't people understand that? It's not yours.
So you're saying
I said
it,
exactly what I'm saying. French toast your happiness. Make a family with the man you made babies with.
No, she about to cry.
Happy?
it's like
Happy?
it's like
Now, before she cries, understand them. She said the man wants to marry her.
I just it's like I listen to you. I watch you all the time, and I think about it all the time. Like, should I just stay with him? Should I just? at this point, it's like I just have to settle because
You have to do what?
like you,
Settle?
yeah, because
Uh-oh.
at this
Uh-oh. Oh boy. KS don't like that word. Oh boy. There we go.
point, like you said, I watch you all the time, so I know you're saying like you're 32, you have 2 children. It's like it's over for you. You know, I hear you say that all the time.
Settle
It's
for
like,
the man you decided to have. You made a conscious decision to have 2 children with the man. So let's play it the opposite way, shall we? For all my critics and detractors are going to say, she's about to cry. He's saying, okay, let's play it the opposite way. 54% of black men are single and childless, 61% in the middle class. You're looking for a stepfather. 30% of men are already married. 16% of men are responsible for 80% of the children. So you'd be looking for.
That's crazy when you really think about it. Like with those statistics and those numbers, 16% of men are responsible for most of the children. That's wild when you really sit back and think about it. Because what that means is that not only are these chicks having babies by the same dude, that does not eliminate the fact that they still could be getting ran through by other ones. These are just the ones who are dumb enough not to pull out. Oh, boy.
For a man, and that 54%, a stepfather, a man with no children. Why should a man who is childless come take on another man's 2 daughters?
well,
No. And that's damn near insulting at this point. Absolutely not. No. No.
Listen, two daughters, right?
mm-hmm.
Right, and that father wants to be with you. The father of his children wants to be with you, so that man is going to have some feelings. Do you understand the situation that a man would be stepping into? He'd be going into a situation with 2 children.
And I think that's what a lot of women don't realize too. Like, yes, isn't for those dudes who participate in being a stepfather, kudos to you. More power to you. I'm not saying that it's anything terrible. I'm not saying that it's anything wrong with it. But that comes normally with a lot of bullshit. I'm just keep it real. Just keep it real.
Who are females with an active father who still wants to be with the mother of the children. Do you want to have any more children?
I really don't, and that's the
Thank
what
you.
I was going to say.
The man doesn't
What I
even
was
get
gonna-
any kids.
No, what I was gonna say. I don't, but if I find someone that makes me happy, I don't mind having.
Make your damn self happy, ma'am. Happiness is not what happiness is not. Hear me and hear me well.
He said something real important because we were talking about Jada and Will a couple days ago on the show. And somebody said that, well, it's the husband's job to make sure that she's happy and make sure that they're both happy. They are supposed to make each other happy. No, you are responsible for your own happiness. It is not my job to fix something that I never broke in the first place. That's Disney bullshit. It really is. We got enough going on as adults. You are supposed to be mature enough to say, hey, I have a problem. I'm not happy. Let me go get the help that I need and get back to doing what I need to do so I can enjoy this relationship and not depending on another person for my happiness.
Ladies, my critics and detractors, it is not a man's job to make you happy. It is not a husband's job to make you happy. That is a lie from the pit of hell, and I rebuke.
Shout out to Nurse
I
Viv.
rebuke it. It is not our job.
Shout out to What the
Font.
Font.
Job description. It is our job to protect, provide, prophesy, teach. It is not our job to make you happy. You want to be happy? Eat a chocolate chip cookie, watch a movie.
Emotions are fickle, man. Like, I'm telling you, happiness comes and goes. It comes and goes. Like, and it's so crazy because it really took somebody like Kevin Samuels to make a lot of people see, like, we've not just women, but a lot of us, we've all been sold a fantasy, a lie that they're supposed to have it all. Like, no, nobody gets it all. We don't get it all. You take the best of what you can get and build off that. And you build off that. But the strong do survive, though.
Pet a puppy. It is not our job to make you happy.
So what are y'all's jobs?
I just told you.
She said, what are y'all's jobs? I feel sorry for the next generation of men coming up under, like, for the teenagers that are like 13, 12, 11. That generation. My heart goes out for them because they're going to have to deal with this woman's offspring.
Protection, provision.
But that makes you happy. Protection. That makes me happy.
No.
And she is really trying to justify this mess that she is saying. And this is why people think the calls are fake. This is why people think the calls are fake. Why?
Happiness comes from within.
Yeah, that too.
This is why y'all need to stop having babies, because that's the problem. You had kids, and now it is forever going to change how you come into the marketplace. It reduces your sexual marketplace value. And it is.
That's the offensive part that a lot of women don't like to hear. That right there is the offensive part in their minds that a lot of women don't like to hear. Like it or not, and a lot of dudes may not tell you this because they're trying to screw you, but like it or not, having a child, being a single mother, takes you down a couple notches. It does. I'm sorry, but it does. Because that is another, I'm not going to say problem, but that is another obstacle that a man has to face in order to deal with you. On top of, if this child has active father, just all kind of stuff.
It's difficult, if not impossible, to go out and expect a man to come and be a husband to you, a stepfather to two children, have to get out here and fight the world and turn around and make you happy. What in the hell are you bringing to that man to overcome all of that?
Hello. Listen, I don't care what y'all think about me. Kevin Samuels is doing the Lord's work, and he speaks for men like myself. He speaks for men like myself that go to work every day, working 12 to 16 hours a day, fighting to get the resources that I have, fighting to become in the top 10%. Why in the hell would somebody like myself jump into a situation like that? That makes no sense. It is downright insulting at this point. Makes no sense. When I got to fight every single day. And I think that is the thing that a lot of women don't understand about men like myself, or men that think like me or Kevin. They don't see the work that's put in behind the scenes. They really don't. They don't know. They don't know.
That he can't get from a single childless woman.
And what if I want to be with a
See,
man that
you
already
answer a
has
question with the
children?
question is disingenuous, class. How does that work? They never want to answer the question that's difficult. They want to either go past it or answer a question with a question. Please answer my question.
Shout out to the chat.
What are you bringing to a single, childless man that he cannot get from a woman who is single and childless?
Not a damn thing. A used womb. Somebody else's seed. Potential problems. More bills. More mouths to feed. And listen, I'm not beating up on a single mothers, but this is how a lot of dudes look at it. That's what you're bringing for the most part.
I'm bringing me. I'm bringing.
This woman said, I'm bringing me. She said, I'm bringing me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm bringing me. Who the heck are you? Seriously, like, who the heck are you? I'm bringing me. Okay. All right.
I mean, I can have more kids.
What can you bring to a man that he wants that you haven't already given to another man?
But what if he loves me? Like, what if
See?
If this was my first time watching this, I would think this is a fake call. I would think this is like a skit or like a video or something like that. I would not think this is a real. I would think this is like a prank call. I would not think this is real. But it's just too many that sound so similar to this. I know it's real. Because women in the real world, some, not all, but some women in the real world actually think like this. Boy, unbelievable.
See, here we go again, class. Here we go again, class. When you don't answer a question or when you answer a question with a question, it is disingenuous and bad faith. I'm going to teach this one way or another.
Does this apply to single dads or men with children as well? Well, that depends on the woman. Me personally, if I had a daughter, I would tell her not to date a man with a child. But what men and women look for in each other is two totally different things, because if that man is well off and he can take care of his children and you, then the tables have turned. But ideally, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't advise her to get with a man with a child, because she'll never be number one. Let me see.
You refuse to answer the hard question because the answer is nothing. What do you have to give to a man that he wants that you have not already given to another man?
Nothing. Nothing.
I can be submissive. I can be cooperative.
You've not been submissive or cooperative with another man?
And she's smiling like this is funny, bro. Like, see, that's the irritating part.
See, this is what it means to overvalue yourself. The answer is, I don't have anything to give to a man that he wants that I have not already given to another man. You've given the most valuable thing you could ever give to a man, your womb.
Right.
Twice.
So, ma'am, when I say it's over, it's because you've chosen.
And see, a lot of us have the whole narrative. Well, they're young. We did this when we were young. I did a lot of dumb shit when I was young, and it's by the grace of God that I didn't make any mistakes that I couldn't come back from. And now being older, and if I was going to give advice to a younger man or a younger woman, be very cautious of the mistakes that you make when you're young, because the world don't give a damn about how young you are. Young ladies, if you get pregnant at 20 years old and have a baby, 2 or 3 kids, no one cares. That you're not going to be looked at as that top-notch woman. I'm sorry. Fellas, you go out here, you get an STD, At 20 years old, you're done. It's over. Well, let me not say that because I believe everybody should be practicing safe sex, but clearly most people don't. So, well, not most, but some people don't.
Mm-hmm.
Take your prize and go home.
Okay.
Why should a man overlook a single childless woman who he can start his own family with, who can focus on him solely? Your man would never get you alone. Everything would have to be, you guys go out to eat dinner, it's going to be four.
Oh my God.
Every place you live, you got to have room enough for two kids.
And this is the thing a lot of females don't think about. And then they'll be like, well, I want a man with money. I want a man with this. I want a man with that. But have two or three kids on the side. He has to.
There is never a single version of you. This is what having kids outside of wedlock does, and we need to show this more often. So when you ladies choose to do this, you understand everything you're signing up for.
That's a
And
whole
at the end
fact,
of the day,
John.
for
That's a
people who think I'm
fact.
being harsh, remember her child's father wants to be with her. She doesn't want to be with him because he doesn't make her happy.
But it's because he is unfaithful.
He been unfaithful. He probably got you being unfaithful. By now, that excuse is tired. You done had two babies for him.
And you, okay, you want to go down that path? I'll go down that path with you. You want to go down that path? How many times have you cheated on him?
Never cheated on him.
Uh-huh. How many male friends do you have?
I don't have any male friends.
You on social media?
Yes, I have a social media.
Uh-huh. So if you turn your smartphone and your inbox,
Make sure y'all hit the
over
like
him,
button for a
there'd
play.
be
I
no
appreciate it.
There'll be
All
no
your
problem.
media. Okay.
There'll be no problem. I don't.
He
I
cheated.
have.
When was the last time he cheated?
He cheated.
Mhm.
Around the time when I had my babies. Yeah.
Mhm. How'd you
But
find
we
out
were
about it?
never.
How'd you find out about it? How'd you find out about it?
Now she lying.
About it by women calling my phone and
No.
Cap.
No, I want to be clear.
Cap.
The woman he was having sex with called your phone.
Cap.
yes, multiple women were calling
Okay.
my phone.
Why?
They were calling me, telling me that he was cheating, that they were pregnant.
Do y'all believe this woman for 1 second? I don't. She remind me of some of them chicks from my nursing school talking about how they had golden pussy and how they could turn any man out and all that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, they had chicks all over the place. They study getting cheated on. She remind me of one of them chicks. Just off rip.
As well, you know.
No, I don't.
Oh,
So you're saying you're dealing with a man who was dealing with women who was just calling you up saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, your baby daddy, he got me pregnant too." That's why 16% of that's why 80% of our kids come from 16% of men. And
Unbelievable.
I hate to be, I'm gonna be honest. That's what you sign up for.
Yeah.
And I want you to understand.
I thank God every day. I thank God every day that I didn't make crazy mistakes like that. But I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was out there in the streets, I always had protection. Always had protection because I knew I did not want to get one of these chicks out here pregnant. I was too cheap to be a single father or with child support and any of that stuff, especially back then when I didn't have nothing. I was gonna get my $5 together and get a condom, especially if it was with a chick I did not care for like that. If she was just something I wanted to hit off, the dangers. The dangers. I paid attention during sex ed when they showed us the picture of the mushroom tip and it's all infected and nasty. Like, bruh. And child support. Listen, when my pops took my money back in 1997, and I done worked all day for that $20 bill, and he ripped it in half, and he said that's what happens when you had a kid. My nigga, I was scarred for life, bro. I still think about that to this day. And I am in a full-fledged relationship, and I still think about that. That was from 97. 97. I haven't been right since. Pop said, this is what happened. I worked all day in the yard for that money. I said, somebody get this $20. All I need is $20 up to get this game I want. Pops gave me that money. He said, you want kids? I said, yes, I guess. He said, you know what happens when you have babies and you ain't ready? He said, hand me your 20. I'm like, what are you about to do with the 20? The nigga ripped it up and gave me half of it back. Nigga, my heart shattered into pieces. That's why I never went out there. My pops, and I thank God for having a pops who was very intentional. That's why I don't have no kids right now. Seriously. And that's why I don't want none. I'm not saying that if Didi and I had a child, I'd be on child support, but like that's why I didn't have any kids. I don't want kids now because I'm too selfish and I like my life. So
I'm coming at it from the single and childless 54% of men. I want you to hear how this would sound to them. Yeah, give me that job. Let me go. I want that job. I want to sign up for her and all that drama and all that trauma. Did he cheat on you after you had your first child?
Yes.
So he cheated once. She got pregnant. He cheated. She took him back and he cheated again and got pregnant. Had another baby. We got Plan B. We got the depot shot. We got condoms. We got the IUD. We got all kind of stuff. I just named 4 birth controls right there, but it's way more than that. NuvaRing, if that's still around. Like, it's all kind of shit out there. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Why do these chicks keep pushing out babies for these dusty niggas? I don't get it. If you don't have a baby for somebody, at least have a baby by a nigga that's doing something legal, because illegal money don't last.
Then why'd you have a second? Yep, you signed up for it.
And so you're saying,
I'm saying, ma'am, did you not? Did you not?
Stay with him.
Did you not though? Before, so I'm saying, did you not? Did he? He showed you who he was, and you laid down and made another one. Okay, well.
And now I want to get out of the situation.
Okay, well, get out of it. Stay by yourself. Don't
get out of the situation. Or don't
get no other man.
I'm okay.
You get no other.
Not no good one. Not no man who trying to be in the top 10%. But she said she don't want a high value man. That's off the table. Like, that high value shit is off the table already. That's gone. You know what I'm saying? No, that ain't happening.
Man, you can have sex, but you don't get a husband. I'm gonna just be real. You can have sex, don't get a husband. Don't get no relationship. Not with no man that's worth nothing. A man that's worth nothing ain't gonna be involved in all this. You're like, what the hell? Because see, you don't get any better than your baby daddy. So your baby daddy.
Pow. The cannon. Look at the look on her face. I wish I could make it bigger. Look at the look on her face. Y'all look at that. Hold on. Let me see if I can make. Look at the look on her face. The cannon. Whew. You don't do better than your baby daddy. Some of y'all look up. I ain't gonna lie. That's not true in all cases. I've seen women do better than their baby daddy. It's rare, but it happens. It's rare. I'm gonna have to disagree with the Godfather on that one. Some women, and I know he's speaking from a general term, but some women do better than their baby daddy. Some. It's very rare. She got to have a hell of a mouthpiece on her, and she gotta know how to finesse. She got to know how to lie. She got to be in shape. All that good stuff. If she got a kid and the baby daddy ain't nothing, she damn near better act like that nigga's dead. They be like, oh, your baby daddy around? No, he died tragically. The nigga was in a train crash eating hot Cheetos or something like that. You did? No. Anyway, what's up with me and you?
Well, if you weren't gonna marry your baby daddy, you don't get to go up in value with age and use. You don't get to go up in value with reduced sexual marketplace value. That's what my critics and detractors don't like because I keep telling the truth and be consistent. You don't get to all of a sudden get Prince Charming after you've been fucking around with a toad. That's what you got. Because that man has to listen, because the new man has to look and say, wait a minute, I'm an upgrade from this joker. He got two kids, and you don't even want to have no babies. Unless he makes you happy. And you're 30 what? 30 what? 1, 2,
32.
Right. You're almost geriatric pregnancy anyway. Let's be real. You don't want to have no more babies because you got your hands full. So this man don't even get his own kids. He got to take care of 2 kids from a toad and deal with all this toad mess. And I haven't even asked this question. How tall are you?
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Okay.
Uh-oh. Y'all know what's coming. Dress size. I knew Kevin Samuels had made it when I seen a couple dudes in a barbershop talking about Kevin Samuels. I was in Detroit, in the hood part of Detroit. I was cats cutting my hair, and it was a barber and his client on my left. And his words were, and I quote, he said, I hit a bitch with that Kevin Samuels dress size. I said, that's how I knew he had arrived. When dude was starting to become a regular part of barbershop talk. When dude started to become a regular part of barbershop talk, I knew Kev was here. I knew dude was here. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
I am 5'6".
Dress size?
Dress size 12.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
I knew that was coming.
I weigh 198.
You know, just like I know. See?
But I'm not looking for a high value man.
Doesn't matter, man.
Oh, boy.
And I want to go.
Oh, boy. At least you know that's off the table, though. I'll give her that. At least you know that's off the table. At least you know. Look at that. Shout out to the Antisocially podcast. He said that's 22 to 30 forms of birth control. That's a whole fact. If it's really golden, you don't have to tell a soul it's golden. I'm just saying, that's what's up. It is your opinion that single mothers should accept cheating. If the answer is yes, does that apply to single men? I totally agree with Kevin. He showed you who he was. Why have another? Is it your opinion that single mothers should accept cheating? No. But it's my opinion that once he cheats on you once, you don't go have a baby by him, another one. You don't have to accept anything. I think you have to weigh out your options though and be realistic. Okay. This man, it depends on the kind of man you got. I'm not saying to accept cheating. I'm not saying that. Nobody should be getting cheated on. But what I am saying is that you really have to weigh your options. Is it worth trying to get back out here and catch again? Is this man providing for you? Is he a bum? If he's a bum, send him on his way. Is he an average earner and you feel you can do better? Good luck. Is he a 6-figure guy and cheating? That's up to you. Do you want to chance that? I'm not saying you should accept anything, but be realistic. Do you think you're going to do better than that guy if you're a single mom? It just depends on what level the dude is. It depends on what level your baby daddy is. That's all that. I mean, that's really what it boils down to, and what level you're on, and the kind of man that you want.
Go back to the young lady who was 29 years old. Remember, young lady, when I said your competition, y'all all think that average black men need to settle for overweight women. No.
I'm working on it. I'm doing my Pilates, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm moving.
Pilates.
You picked your baby daddy.
Be with my baby daddy, okay.
You picked your baby. He's not your husband. He's your baby daddy. You picked him.
Mm.
And I hope you understand, as an advocate for men, why I don't think it would be fair to ask a single childless man.
Why do these women want men with no kids though? Like I get if they said, you know, I want me a nice guy, you know, with maybe a child. I have a child, let him have a child. But these women with a bunch of kids specifically ask for men with no children. What? Why would you even want to put that kind of burden on somebody? Because that is a burden. Unless this man can't have his own kids, why would you want to do that?
To come in here into such a chaotic situation with a woman who has nothing new to offer him, who's not even, what you would say, I'm working on it. So it's not even that target. They'll get any kids out of the deal.
King Gene said,
I'm
F them kids.
struggling.
That's
You
a
may be
whole
a perfectly
fact.
nice and lovely person, but there has to be a value proposition for a man to take on such liability and risk.
Perfect word. Liability. Liability and risk. Ladies, your children, even though you love them, are liability and risk, especially to a man with no children. I don't give a damn what Dr. Boyce Watkins told you. That's all cap. He's just a mega simp.
What are you bringing to the proverbial table that outshines all the other women who have fewer liabilities and fewer risks? You have to be able to articulate that and show that in a demonstrable way.
Mm,
And it can't just be, I'm me. That ain't good enough.
at all.
You don't go into a job interview for a job that's paying $150,000 and say, I'm me.
Mm-hmm.
And say to my critics and detractors, this.
And see, ladies, this is why y'all should stop taking advice from women who are in the same situation, negative situation, or women who are doing worse than you. Because birds of a feather do flock together. And if you truly want to do better for yourself, start listening to people that are doing better than you. Because a lot of these women are giving y'all terrible advice because they want to see you at the bottom with them. Y'all need to start going to the source. Like she's doing. And I give her credit for at least being brave enough to show her face and saying what she has to say and being respectful about it. I give her credit for that.
This is the outcome of telling women you can have it all. You need to be happy. If the problem was infidelity, then you guys need to figure something out. If he were not cheating, could you be together?
Yes.
All right. Then y'all need to work that out. Because I'm not a fan of men cheating sloppily in particular. If he's going to do something as reckless as that, then he needs to make sure, one, he's not putting the family at jeopardy. Two, not bringing on any outside
That's a whole
kids or diseases, not putting the family at risk, and not embarrassing you.
John, that's a whole fact right there. You just said, bro. I swear to God, some of these women could be shaped like Majin Buu, but literally want to do it with a six pack. Got to be 6 feet. Penis got to be 8 inches. All types of ridiculous standards. Like, let's knock it off. Let's be practical. Like we have to be practical in these situations, and this is what the Disney feminist movement have taught these women. They've taught these women that men are going to just accept you for who you are just because you have a vagina. That is not the case. It's not the case. Men are waking up. Shout out to Kevin Samuels.
In person, in public, or in private. That's what I believe. Have you told him, if you get this together, we could be together, but if you don't, we can't?
Yes, I have told him this plenty of times. I told him like
Right.
stuff gotta go. You gotta, and then you have to get yourself together. You know.
All right.
And here's another thing too, ladies. For the life of me, and I know we attribute everything to being young. But why do y'all have babies by broke men? One thing I will say about gold diggers, right? At least they have a plan. You can call Brittany Renner whatever you want, but at least she was smart enough to get knocked up by a player with some money. Why do so many of y'all have babies by broke men? And for the record, I'm not just talking about black women. I'm talking about all women. Because there's women all across the diaspora that have babies by broke men. So let's just get that straight right now. Like, I don't get it. I don't get I'm sh-
All right, and you did, and I gotta ask you. This may sting. But did you tell him that before?
Mint Smith says, overall, I agree. My son is 22 in his last year of college. Shout out to your son. No kids, no criminal record, works 2 jobs, and has his own place and car. I definitely tell him about these women. Someone definitely try. Oh, yeah, your son is a target. He's definitely a target. Listen, he's young, no kids, no criminal record. He is the closest thing to an NBA player, and he ain't even close to hitting his prime yet. He ain't gonna hit his prime till he in his 40s. He's not even close. Especially if he's a decent looking guy in shape. Man, please. You better protect him. Show him Kevin Samuels material. Give him the real. Give him the real. Yeah, I gotta go to class in a
after you
minute.
had the first child before you had the second?
I told him this after my
The
second
second?
child.
Mm,
Yes.
Unbelievable.
I told him this after my second child.
Have you guys ever sat down and had any couples counseling?
No, we never have.
Then you need to try that. Because I don't think what you're asking. I don't think what you're asking for is unreasonable. I think you have far better chance of having a happier life if you get this fixed than trying to go make something with somebody else who is not going. I'm concerned that the guy would not be getting the best deal for him.
He will be settling.
See, people may not like my approach, but man, life is about a negotiation. You tell him, look, we can be together if this happens. Get it under control. Blah 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 blah. And I'm Mrs.
That's a whole fact, Chris.
Miss whatever and Mr. So and so.
That's a whole fact. Chris said, let me see. Chris says standards are low. They sleep with men who look good and make them feel good. Well, looks and feelings are free. You're exchanging your body for something that's free. Listen, but it's dudes with some paper out here that look good and can make you feel good too. I don't get it. Or maybe the lower them chicks in them situations just don't have access to these men. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. How's she supposed to fix her baby daddy? He don't care about her feelings. She can't fix him. She can't. But she had 2 babies with him after he cheated. Count on her.
But then he also needs to hear something from a man like myself saying, man, if you're going to do something as reckless as cheating, you need to have some rules with it. Because you cannot be bringing home babies, diseases, put the family at risk, outside kids, and you can't be embarrassing your woman in person or in private, in public or in private. That's what Big Mom and Big Daddy had. They had rules. They had conversations.
Big Daddy had a whole family on the other side of town. You would never know.
That's what makes family. You work through this.
And she said the side chick called her phone. Let's just say this was true, right? What happened to the side chick with honor and ethics? You dig? Back in the day, side chicks knew their place. Man would have a whole family 2 blocks down the road. And the side chick would never step to the wife. What's wrong with y'all? Don't you have no honor? Don't you have no pride? I mean, come on. Come on.
Stuff. You don't just try to start building. Imagine if you started building a house, right? And you find a lot.
That's a fact,
Bring
John.
all the materials, and then you pour the concrete for the foundation. Then you start building. Then it rains. You don't go to find another lot to start all over. You dry it out and you continue.
A man with kids is the same. Hold on. A man with kids is the same as a single mother because some of his money is allocated for the children. In addition, he will possibly come with baby mama drama. So please explain. Okay, cool. If a man makes $250,000 a year and he has, I don't know, one, maybe two kids, he can take care of you and his children. I mean, it's really that simple. He has the resources. But men don't look for resources out of women. That's the difference. That is the difference right there. Most women, I know some of y'all that don't need a man financially, but trust and believe that's not the majority. So the majority of women don't look for the same thing that women look for. I mean, majority men don't look for the same thing that women look for in men. Like I don't understand. Like that's it. That's really it.
To build. But in the black community, we got a bunch of partially built houses trying to make a neighborhood and community. No. The houses that survive the stuff like you guys had are the stronger for it after you really truly resolve the issue. I think it's far more reasonable. Just think about it. Suggest a path forward with him, couples counseling, put some ground rules out in public. Because I'm quite sure the girls will like her daddy home, and y'all probably be better off together. Because you really don't want. And let me also say this: you don't want a strange man around your daughters.
I don't.
The possibility of baby mama drama. Yeah, it's always a possibility. It's always a possibility. But more women tend to be willing to deal with that versus men who are willing to deal with the baby daddy drama. I mean, that's just what it is. See, even though I don't need a man financially, I do. There you go. There you go. No one, listen, and it's a lot of women out there that have to work in order to maintain a lifestyle. Most women don't want to have to work. Most women like having the option of working, but most women will never have the option of not working. Most women will have to work until the day they die. And that's just a fact. And I hear it all the time from females. And I work with these females that literally hate their jobs and wish they had a man to take care of them. I know most women will prefer to be taken care of. I mean, that's just what it is. Let's see. She said, and I gotta go soon, y'all. I gotta go to class. I'm about to be late messing with y'all. So I think the men with kids are expected because of the male selection. Technically, women are inclined to create children with the strongest, most suitable men to pass on the strongest genes. All right, I just addressed it. It just said that one. The issue is some of the women get suck at choosing men. That's a fact. And they go for the suitable when it's a little too late. Yes, I agree. Some women don't look at finances, but most do. That's why I look at it differently. Yeah, you're a rarity though. I mean, that's rare. Exactly. That's a fact. Most majority of women don't look at it like you. And majority of women want to be taken care of. They just will never have that option. That's the difference.
I know. Does your child's father have any other children?
Yes.
Oh my
He
God.
has two other children.
Oh Jesus. This just keep getting worse and worse.
Are they in the same city?
Yes.
Oh my God.
All right. Let me ask you this hard question: are they around your daughters? Are they around your kids' age?
Yes, they are.
Oh my God.
My father had a lot of kids, but you know what?
Yes,
He married.
he's
But my father also married the woman who had most of his kids. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I know how this kind of.
I can never depend on anyone to take care of me. However, I do agree that most women do want to be taken care of. Yeah, and that's what majority of men like. That's especially men that can provide and have the resources to do so. A lot of these men don't like these old, I don't need a man for nothing. I mean, that's cool. I respect it. But they're not deemed attractive to most men with something. Like women who make a lot of money tend to have the most relationship issues. Most of them, not all. But women who make a lot of money, I see it every day, tend to have the most problems finding stable relationship love because hypergamy is a real thing. Hypergamy is super real.
Go. You would rather be the mother than
And you outnumber men.
dude, the marries him than because you know you feel some kind of way if you marry one of mother with him. I know that. I mean, yeah, I know the language I'm speaking. It sounds weird, but trust me, I've seen mothers. I've seen it.
Well, that's
I've lived
good.
it.
That's good.
And they stayed married till he died. They stayed married for the rest of their life. So
I think it's with
That's
me,
good
it's just
too.
like an embarrassment thing.
That's
You
good.
know, like
that's what I
okay,
said. No embarrassment in public or private. That's
I
why I
think
said
it's like okay, you getting back with this. You know, they tell like people, you getting back
well,
with this guy and he did this.
you
He
mean
cheated on
you mean
you.
your single child? You mean your single friend who ain't married? Yeah, that's right.
No, no, they
Look, man.
are
Look, ma'am.
friends.
Look, ma'am. Look, ma'am. I've seen this. Yes, you're getting back with my. I'm getting back with my child's father and making ourselves a family. Yeah, that's right. What you got to say about it? And if they got a problem, then you cut.
Chicks do it every day. I mean, literally, they lay up with dudes who work at Subway, cheating on them all the time, and they working it out. Not saying that you should, but I'm just saying, let's be real. A lot of y'all sharing niggas don't even know it.
Cut those friends. They ain't friends if they get coming at you with that. Single women keep women. These women have something to say. You said they're married.
Yes, like a lot of my. That's the reason why I feel like there's hope for me because my friends they have outside children and they're married to a
Okay.
man.
She said, "My friend, see, this is why y'all need new friends. Y'all need to get away from these toxic. I will use it in that reference, toxic ass friends." She said, "My friends had outside children and they got married." Really? You really using that as a standard to compare yourself to? My God.
All right.
That
All right. Play that game if you want to. You can do it. You can try it. 1 in 4 black women will marry in their lifetime. And I don't know if you watch my content, you will start to hear the men. Men are not rushing to be stepfathers. Simple, plain. They're not rushing to be stepfathers.
I can respect that.
And you believe there's hope. Okay, well, if that's the case,
I
then
can
take all the
respect
money out
that.
your 401k, your Fidelity investments, and everything else, fly your ass out to Vegas and bet it all on 27 black on the
I
roulette
can
wheel. There's
respect that
hope.
too, King
You
Gene.
could
That's
win.
real.
You made the babies, man.
Y'all lucky my school literally 5 minutes
Say about
away.
what I said.
My class started at 11 o'clock.
I mean, but you get to do what you want to. But I don't want to see a single childless man out there dealing with this mess. A man without a
Hell no.
so should I just only date men with children?
God. Do what you want. That's what I mean. And this is when you women become like children. Can it, mom, can I do whatever the hell you want? Because you are destined for, you want punishment, you want pain, keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, do what you want to do. Go ahead, date men with children. Ride the cock carousel. Be used and abused by men who will tell you they want whatever after they have hit it for a few months, then they gone. Keep doing that. Keep recycling the Johnsons until your daughters get to be about, pubescent age. Then keep bringing these men around you. Yeah, go ahead and do that. That makes more sense. Yeah, go ahead. Ride the cock carousel for the next 10 years. Start bringing these men around your prepubescent daughters. Yeah, that makes much more sense. What am I talking about? Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Sure,
I
it
mean,
could.
my kid's father, he's an awesome father. Like,
Well, then go. Then.
She don't know.
I've said everything I can say. You made
Bless her
babies
heart.
with him.
Bless her heart, Lord.
I don't want to see. But I tell you right now, honestly, I don't want to see a single childless man with you.
At
I
all.
want to see him have a chance to build his own family. This is not a good deal for other men. Now remember, everybody, her child's father wants to be with her. She don't want to have no more babies. This is all downside.
Yes, I will.
No, you don't want to have no
I
more
will
babies.
have more babies.
One baby, 1 out of 2. Get the hell out of here. Oh my goddamn phone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that was it. So what did we learn today? What did we learn today? Well, one thing we learned is that we need to try really hard to watch who we have children with. And then if you have a baby by a cheater, try not to have another one with them. Some of y'all made some really great points in the chat. You attract what you are, not what you want. That was dope. Shout out to John Jackson. I know Chris was saying some fly stuff in there. Danny was in there. Shout out to everybody in the chat. King Gene. But that's it, y'all. I got a video dropping at 2:00. I'm on my way to class, y'all. So I am on my way to class. I got to get it in. I appreciate y'all for tuning in so early, man. I really do. But yeah, I've been dropping a lot lately, so I'm gonna keep dropping them. Oh, it's coming. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that fly stuff for me. I appreciate it. Until next time, boys and girls, I bid you adieu. Deuces.